Today I'm going to teach you how to make some delicious tuna macaroni salad. Okay, I've got my water boiling here in the back. I'm going to boil up some eggs. And I found out if you boil the water first, it makes the eggs peel easier. I'm not going to use all these in my salad, but I'm going to boil them up so I have them. You want to set them in there gently so they don't crack. And not shake them off your spoon. I'm going to do about, that should be good. Okay. Now I've got my water boiling for my pasta, and I am going to put in a teaspoon of salt and a little bit of olive oil. And I've got these large seashells. I like to use those for my tuna macaroni salad. And I'm going to put the timer on these eggs for 13 minutes. Okay. That's just about boiling. Should be good. And I'm going to have my pasta on for about the same amount of time. And then I'll test it to see if it's good. And I'm going to bring you over to my veggies. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting up my veggies. I'm going to use 3 stalks of celery. Did you guys know that if you rinse the bottom of your celery with water and then put it back in the package, it lasts you a lot longer? Just cutting this up. I'm doing this for a pool party at my community. I like to cut it up kind of semi-fine. And you can also, I don't have any, but radishes are nice in different salads because they put a little red in it and makes it more colorful. But today I'm just doing my celery and my onions. I'm using the old-fashioned Miracle Whip. I know a lot of you younger people don't like the Miracle Whip, but it's just got more vinegar and sugar in it. It's just got more flavor, I think. We had a thing at my community where they were making BLTs, and all they had was the Hellmann's, and I said, there's no Miracle Whip? So I went home, grabbed my Miracle Whip. Of course, we're all older people, but you know that Miracle Whip was gone and the Hellmann's was still sitting there. So and I've got 2 cans of tuna here. I'm squeezing it out, but not totally. A little bit of the juice from the tuna isn't going to hurt a thing. Give it a little more flavor. But I am squeezing it out, but just not hard pressed, you know. Okay. well, I'm gonna wait on my pasta and my eggs and I'll be back. Okay, I got my eggs boiled and I've got my pasta done. I did end up doing my pasta for another 2 minutes. I don't like al dente. So I went the 15 minutes because I just don't like tough pasta. But I'm gonna get back to you when I get these 3 eggs peeled. Okay, so I got my eggs peeled. They gave me a little bit harder time than usual. I don't know. Sometimes they do and sometimes they don't. And what I do is I cut them with my egg cutter one way. I mean, my potato slicer one way and then the other way. And I find that it just makes them a nice size. Isn't that tricky? 13 minutes was just about right for these. If you boil your eggs too long, you're going to get that darkness around the yolk because it's almost like it's burnt. You don't want that. And also, after you peel your hard-boiled eggs, always rinse them with water because you do not want shells for your guests or for whoever. And I'm going to put in about a tablespoon, maybe a teaspoon of parsley. I'm going to put in a heaping teaspoon, probably heaping tablespoon, of sweet pickle relish. And then I'm going to put in probably like a cup and a half of Miracle Whip, and we'll see if that's enough. And I'm also going to do salt. I don't know, maybe a half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. I've made this for so many years. My brother goes crazy for it. And then well, maybe I'll stir that up first. Get that all incorporated. I'm going to be bringing this to the party tomorrow because I don't know why, it's always better the next day. I'm going to add a little bit more because it tends to dry out after it sits. So probably, I don't know. Use your judgment. Put in my pasta. Stir that all around. And I'm going to get my peas. I always put in my frozen peas. People love it. Probably, I don't know, a half a cup of frozen peas. You don't have to cook them or anything. They're just perfect. And they add color to your pasta. Just stir it around good. And you always want to cook your pasta with salt. You don't want bland pasta. Now this would be just about right if I was serving it today. I'm actually going to be waiting until tomorrow, so I don't know, let's say 2 cups of Miracle Whip. You want it a little bit on the wet side because the pasta tends to suck up the moisture. And then, as always, you want to taste it. Make sure it's got enough salt and enough everything. I'm going to add a little more salt because by tomorrow you don't want it bland. Okay. I'm telling you, you make this tuna macaroni salad, they are gonna go crazy for it. This was my mother's recipe. Okay, that should be good. And then, as always, you wanna take your nice dish for serving so it all looks appetizing and nice. And you wanna put it in your dish and try not to hit the sides. You want it to all be neat and nice looking. Like so. And it looks like I'm gonna have some extra, which is fine. And one more thing. Gotta find my paprika. I'll be right back. My paprika, and this paprika tends to really come out. Oh gosh, I guess that didn't work. Let me try that again. I want it to be just light on there, you know? This paprika's got such big holes on the top that it tends to look too heavy. I like it to be a little finer. I was gonna try to use that sieve, but maybe if I go higher. There. Just a little nice amount on there. Look how pretty that is. And I'm sure they're gonna really enjoy it tomorrow. We always have hot dogs at the pool party, so it'll be fun. And thank you so much for watching. Remember, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And love the Lord with all your heart. Bye now.